Looking out. Last time we were here, we had another performer, red hair from Europe. What's his name? Yes. It was a magical night. The difference was it was snowing, and up at this level, 80th floor, the snow goes up. It was weird looking outside. Tonight, for Pink, we have a crystal clear view of the world. How cool is that? Keep in mind, you know what, even though you're like me and I'm like you, we love Pink, and one of our favorite artists, my favorite artist, and she always makes me feel something every time I hear her music, as you agree. That's why you're here. And how lucky are we, just a few of us here, to be with her, not only as she's releasing this beautiful work of art she's been working on, but she put every square centimeter of her heart and soul into this thing. So imagine what she's going through today as it's released to the world. It's Christmas morning. It's game time. It's time for Pink. Just to let you know, we're recording this to run on a very special night next Tuesday on the iHeartRadio network. And so you're going to hear some things that sound a little bit discombobulated. I'll introduce her and me a couple of times in the middle of a thought. It may seem odd to you, but once it's all done, once we get really drunk and edit the thing down, it's going to be great. Trust me. After it's all done, you will hear some music live up here, as you can tell. We're set up. And I'm sure after you give her the standing ovations, which she deserves, we're only asking to have a seat so we can make sure everyone's organized and ready for the rest of the night, because there's more after that. So, welcome to the Empire State Building. Are you guys ready for this? I am too. It's wild. I've been doing this for so long. It's great to get kind of nervous because she's my favorite too. Whenever you guys are ready.
Ready.
Is there a guy who says we're ready? Here she comes. Come on over. Do you want that stool or this stool? They put me over here, but you can go wherever you want. Because this is your night.
Thanks.
By the way.
It sure is. It's all of our nights. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
How are you? That was nice, what you said. I love this man. We've been talking for many years.
20 years. And I still get to... This is just us. No one's going to hear this part of our conversation. When you're about to go out on stage or fly across an arena, do you still get the butterflies? Do you still... Or the night before an album, or the day an album comes out?
Oh yeah, for the albums, yeah. TV shows, because it's only one song, and I need 2 more songs. I'm gonna get warm. Yes. When I have to talk, yes, because I have to figure out how many feet I will put in my mouth. But not on stage. Not
Feel free to embarrass yourself tonight.
Oh,
say
I
whatever's
will.
on your mind.
Oh, I will.
Well,
I might embarrass some other people too.
Oh, we have names. Okay, well that's our closed circuit feed. Don't repeat anything you've heard. From this point forward, everything's public, okay?
Okay, good to know.
All right. So we're just going from the top? Yes. Okay. So excited to be here on the 80th floor of the world's most famous building with one of the world's most famous artists, Pink. I have a whole list of accomplishments. Do you want to hear them? Do you want to hear them? Do you want to hear them? Since we all met Pink around 2000, she's released 8 studio albums, a greatest hits album, sold over 60 million albums, has sold out arenas all over the world, the recipient of a few awards that are probably in her bathroom or kitchen. 3 Grammy Awards, a Daytime Emmy. Was that for writing the theme song for Ellen?
For Ellen.
Right, okay. All right.
Which I didn't even know about until she handed me one. I'm like, who's this? Why are you giving me this?
No surprises. 7 MTV Video Music Awards, 2 MTV Europe Awards, 2 People's Choice Awards, Billboard's Woman of the Year, and her last studio effort, of course, Hurts to Be Human, marked her 3rd consecutive album to debut at number 1. The reason we're gathering here tonight at the Empire State Building is Trustfall,
Yes.
her new album. We're going to put the pieces together tonight. Let's talk about
Let's do it.
how it came about. We're going to breathe some of the songs. And of course, wherever Pink wants to go, this is her night, along with our night. So let's do it. We have no roadmap. Let's see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, Pink, let's go. Did you ever come to the Empire State Building as a kid? Or
No,
were you-
I've never been here before. I've never been here. This is my first time. I know, and I'm from like 2.5 hours from here.
Not a bad debut. to the Empire
Not
State
a
Building.
bad time to come.
You know, Trust Fall. Let's talk about the title of the album.
Okay.
Flying over arenas and releasing an album or raising kids. I mean, these things take courage, confidence, and trust.
Yes.
Talk about it, how it relates to this album.
Okay. So I feel like living and getting out of bed and participating in elections, dropping your kids off at school, having relationships, being vulnerable, having parents getting older, just all of it feels like it requires a lot of trust from us these days. And I think that sometimes, a lot of the time, we feel like we're falling backwards and we don't know where the ground is. And you know that feeling, right? That I'm talking about, where you're just, when do I brace? And life is also beautiful, but it's an interesting time right now. And it requires a lot of faith and a lot of trust. And that was the theme of the last 3 years of my life. And it all came together in this, what I think is a beautiful, beautiful body of work. And so it was only right to call it Trust Fall.
When you were growing up, did you ever do that thing with your friend that said, "I'm going to stand behind you," and you just fall
No.
back? You fall backward and I will catch
I'm not
you.
doing that. I will catch any of you.
But we do it every day.
Yeah, we do it metaphorically, but
You say that this album is very, very personal. It's a very personal piece of you.
yes.
Why is that?
Well, they all are. They're all sort of chapters of my life, right? And we're all kind of growing up together at this point. And we're all going through this human experience, trying to put one foot in front of the other and trying to be the best person and whatever insert word here that we can be. What was the question?
Well, I'll restructure the question. It's a two-parter. Why is this a very personal piece to you? And also,
Yeah.
you also said it's the best album you've ever done.
It might be one of the best. I think it might be, yeah. But that's from 11 albums of experience. And I remember how I felt when Misunderstood came out. And I was so amped and anxious, and I feel that same way now. I just feel I had a lot of time, a lot of things happened. The world has changed completely. We're all walking around with this sort of low-level trauma. And we have to get it out, and music is my way. That's how I get it out. And then we all get together and we have this group therapy concert thing that we do, and we heal each other. And that's what I've been doing for 20 years. And this just happens to be a body of works. Because when you write a song on a Wednesday, on Thursday it's the best song you ever wrote, because it's new. And then a year later, it's like that last shirt you bought. You're like, I can't wait to wear that. And then in a month you're like, wow, that was a choice. You feel the same way about songs. You're like, that's not actually good. And then that one falls away, and you're like, no, that one's a keeper, because it was 3 years ago and I still love it. I've been driving around in my car, never comes on that, and now it's finally out, and it just feels good.
And there's no turning back.
No turning back, no regrets.
Personal challenges and heartbreak. I mean, these past 2 or 3 years, you've gone